Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. Bernice races into the house to tell Papa Bear about her math test, but gets distracted by the smell of yummy cookies baking. Papa Bear asks Bernice if she can help him to bake some cookies to share, and she says of course. After they look for all the ingredients, they get started making them. Bernice and Papa Bear bake cookies. "Hi, Papa and Cookie, I'm home," Bernice yelled as she ran in the front door of her house, almost slamming the door. She dropped her backpack, hung up her coat, and bent over to take off her sneakers. Cookie quickly pranced down the hallway, tail high in the air, to greet her by rubbing up against her leg, purring. "Hi, Cookie, did you miss me today?" "I missed you super much, but I get to have a couple days off from school, and we can do stuff together like read books and stuff," Bernice said as she petted Cookie's head. Cookie responded with more purrs and a meow. "I'm in the kitchen, little bear," Papa Bear said, "and I think I may need your help today." After running into the kitchen, Bernice said, "I knew where you were, Papa. As soon as I got off the bus, I really think I could smell your cookies. The bus driver even thought she could, too. Do you think everyone in the neighborhood gets gurgles in their stomachs like I do when you bake cookies?" "I don't know for sure, but I do share cookies with them as much as I can, and they haven't refused them yet." "Why don't you wash your hands and we will have a quick snack before you help me," Papa Bear said, as he put some fresh chocolate chip cookies on a plate. "Today is Chocolate Dreams Day." "What do you mean, Papa? Are you dreaming about chocolate at night?" "You know, little bear, I do sometimes have dreams about chocolate. It's kind of silly. But I mean, I have chocolate chip cookies for you, chocolate cookies too, and hot cocoa to warm you up from the cold outside." "Oh, I love Chocolate Dream Day," Bernice said as she sat at the table. "So, what do you need my help with?" Bernice said after taking a super big bite of a cookie. "These are super duper yummy, Papa." "I'm glad you like them, little bear," Papa Bear said as he sat down with a cup of tea and grabbed a cookie. "Today, I need your help making cookies. I know you have made cookies for your class, but I thought we could make some together today. I will give a whole bunch of cookies away this week for those who don't often get to have nice treats." "That sounds like fun, Papa. Will you teach me how to make them? Even though I am already an expert cookie maker, I am sure there are still some things that I could learn. You know, Papa, maybe I could open a cookie shop." "I will show you the recipe and we can do it together. I'm calling these cookies Red Velvet Delight Chocolate Chip Cookies because they have some red color in them," Papa Bear said, sipping his tea. "Opening a cookie shop sounds good, little bear, but what happened to the idea of being a scientist, an artist, and a professional runner? I thought you were going to solve the world's problems through science." "Yeah, I will, Papa. I think I can do all those things. Mama says it's good to have big goals to work towards, and you always say that I can do whatever I set my mind to, if I work hard enough." "We do say those things. So, before we start making cookies, tell me a little about your day." "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you something. I wanted to tell you as soon as I got home, but I got distracted by the smell of cookies and my gurgly stomach." What is it you wanted to tell me? We had a math test today. Our teacher didn't tell us before class, so I guess it was a surprise. Though, I think some of my kids don't like these kinds of surprises. But I only had one wrong answer, and Gertrude had no mistakes at all, Papa. She has really improved at math. Bobby made a few mistakes, so he was kinda sad. He's usually our group's mathematician. I'm happy for you, and I'm happy to hear that Gertrude is improving at math. All it takes is practice. Yeah, I'm good at practicing. But lunchtime was super interesting because we all had different foods for lunch and we all shared. One of our friends, Mia, brings curry for lunch, and when I tried it, I thought it tasted really interesting, but then it felt like my tongue was on fire. I had to run to the water fountain to put out the fire on my tongue. I was afraid that I would cause the fire alarms to go off. Bobby said that if I ate enough spicy curry, I might turn into a dragon and breathe out fire from my mouth. Haha, I'm glad you survived, little bear. It's wonderful how we all have different tastes in food. Yeah, some kids don't eat meat. Some bring sandwiches, and Mika brings some kind of fish on rice. But you know what, Papa? Even though we all have different lunches, we share one thing in common. What's that, little bear? You all like Brussels sprouts? No, silly. We all love your cookies. Cookies are a fun treat. How was your afternoon? Did you have art class? Yeah, art was okay. We are painting stuff still, and Bobby is forbidden to paint stinky things. So he was painting flowers and butterflies. Except, he said that the butterfly ate too much spicy curry, and so it was breathing fire and stuff. I painted a picture of Cookie, but it didn't turn out the best, so I will keep trying to improve. We had English class this afternoon too, and we all had to read from the book while standing in front of the class, which is so hard, Papa, because many of us get nervous. Bobby loves it, though, and starts pretending it's a play, and then the teacher laughs and tells him to sit down. I think the teacher likes him but needs to pretend to be strict or something. And Papa, Bobby asked me to ask you if you have any extra cookies because his secret cookie jar is running out. Haha, well, you can tell Bobby that he is welcome to all the cookies his parents will allow, but they have to call first. Now, how about you wash your hands and I will tell you our cookie recipe. After washing her hands, Bernice asks, "Okay, Papa, what do we do first?" Well, we have to make sure that we have all the ingredients that we need. I think we do, but do you mind checking for me while I start measuring? Bernice started going through all the ingredients that Papa Bear had brought out from the cupboard onto the kitchen counter. I see we need flour, unsweetened cocoa powder, baking soda, salt. We have all that on the counter, but why do we need salt in our cookies, Papa? Aren't cookies sweet? They certainly are sweet. There are a couple of reasons I use salt. Salt helps bring out the flavor in some of the ingredients and can impact the chemical reactions in baking. In cookies, it can affect the behavior of the proteins and starches in the flour, potentially influencing the texture of our cookies. Papa, you are sounding a little bit like my science teacher. Papa Bear laughed and said, "There is some science in baking." Looking at the recipe, Bernice continued to check the ingredients on the counter. After salt, we need butter, egg, vanilla, chocolate chips, and red food coloring. We seem to have all the ingredients we need, but I was thinking that maybe I should test out the chocolate chips, just in case. We need to be sure that they are the best, Bernice said with a smile. Ha ha, I think you should wait until we bake some and then try, Papa Bear said. Next, we need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you help me line the baking sheet with parchment paper? I can. After carefully lining the baking sheet with paper, Bernice asked, "What's next?" Now we mix the dry ingredients. We need the flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Can you whisk them together in this bowl? While whisking, Bernice says, "This looks like magic powder. I think we must be making magic cookies." Cookies can taste like magic. I hope these do. Now, in this other bowl, we're going to beat the butter and sugar until it's fluffy. Want to be my mixer? I'll try, Papa, but it looks super hard. Bernice keeps stirring the mixture and then says, "Papa, my arm hurts. I think I need a break. This is harder than any gym class, I think." "I can take a turn, little bear. You did a great job," Papa Bear said. "Yeah, I usually try my best." "Papa, you are doing a great job because it's starting to look like a fluffy cloud." "They are. I guess you didn't know that baking cookies builds muscles." "Is that why you have big muscles, Papa, from baking cookies?" "Haha, maybe." This looks perfect. Now, let's add the egg, vanilla, and the secret ingredient, red food coloring. It's what makes them red velvet delight cookies. Bernice adds all the ingredients while Papa Bear keeps stirring the mixture. Wow, it's turning red! Now, we slowly add our magic powder mix. Can you help me pour it in slowly while I mix? "It's turning into cookie dough," Bernice says as she pours the mixture. "Good job, little bear." Now, this is one of my favorite parts. We need to now fold in all these delicious chocolate chips. They look delicious, Papa. They look all fancy and stuff. I think whoever eats these cookies is going to love their yummy goodness. I hope they do. I got some special chips this time. Some are white chocolate and the others have pointy edges, Papa Bear said. Now we scoop the gooey stuff onto the pan, right? With a spoon and not our fingers. We could use our fingers if we were just making it for ourselves, but the spoon is better, and it helps with measuring. How long do they bake for, Papa? It takes about 12 minutes. Let's set the timer. We can watch them rise and turn into delicious cookies. Can we eat them right after? My belly is full, but they already smell yummy and delicious and aren't even cooked yet. Well, little bear, we have to be a little bit patient because they have to cool first. But you know what is fun? Papa Bear asked. Eating all the cookies? Haha, that is fun. But what is fun is dipping warm cookies into milk and then eating them. That sounds super duper fun. I think Mama is going to make us eat a lot of vegetables and stuff after eating these extra bits of cookies, Bernice said as she stared inside the oven, watching the cookies rise. Haha, I think she will. Good thing we love vegetables. Why don't you play with Cookie while I look after this batch of cookies? Then you can help me make more. Okay, Papa. It's that time, Papa, Bernice said as she crawled into her bed and got cozy with her friends, Twigga, Wolfie, and Madeline. And what time is that, little bear? Replied her papa. I think it's time for you to give me a great big hug, yawned Bernice. You look a little bit sleepy tonight. Did you have fun helping me with the cookies? Yeah, I had fun, Papa. And I like that we are giving cookies away to other kids. Not everyone can have super yummy cookies. That's right, little bear. We should always be thankful for what we have and try to help others as much as we can. Those cookies were super yummy, too. I hope everyone else thinks so. My belly starts to gurgle just thinking about them. I may even dream of cookies tonight, Papa. Bobby's mother called me while you were taking a bath and said it was very nice of you to offer Bobby some cookies. So I will send a small bag with you the next time you and Bobby get together. He's my bestest friend in the whole wide world. So is Twigga, Wolfie, Madeline, and Cookie, Bernice yawned. Ugh. Okay, little bear. Did you do all the things you need to do before bed? I think so. I had a super bubbly bath, put my stinky socks in the laundry basket, put on my favorite pajamas, brushed my teeth, and did some deep breathing exercises and stretches. All right, here is a great big Papa Bear hug, he said as he bent over and gave Bernice a big hug, a kiss on her forehead, and adjusted her blanket. After he turned off her lamp, he quietly whispered, "I love you, little bear." I love you too, Papa. And that is the end of our story. Good night. Sleep tight.